Welcome back to the 2022 PDGA United States Women's Disc Golf Championships. From Madison, Wisconsin, it's back nine coverage of round number 2 here at Token Creek. Grant Zellner alongside Sai Ananda.
I'm excited to see what we have in store for the back nine here.
Yeah, this third card here on day number 2, making some noise, looking to play their way up that leaderboard onto the chase card or even the lead card as we head into the weekend. Getting a quick look at where things stand here on the third card through 9 holes. Valerie Mandujano opening up the slimmest of leads over the rest of her card mates. Everybody neck and neck and everybody really spurring each other on.
Yeah, this course is playing very, very well for the ladies out here.
Hole number 10, 450 feet. This par 4 starts out in the open, one of the more wind-exposed areas of the course, before diving off into this little grove of trees. The initial trees, as you enter this grove, about 345 feet from the tee. The basket there, the full 450 feet from the tee. Valerie Mandujano with the honors here as we begin the second half of round number 2.
This is, I think, one of my favorite holes on the course. For some reason, I love the way the drive plays and the challenge of the approach shot, but how easy I think it would be to, birdie or even eagle, I hope.
Valerie a little off to the left there. Not sure what she'll have for a second shot. Deann Carey up next.
Getting away from her a little bit there, but we'll see what she does from there.
Sort of overcorrecting off of what she saw Valerie do. And now Alexis Mandujano.
Looking to get a little more pop-up than that. It's a little bit pinched off to the left, but we'll see what she has.
Finally, Henna Blomroos. A chance to show off the power just a little bit here.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully making it past.
Oh, boy, that was close to being really good. The fairway sort of opens up again there. And had she cleared that last little tree, might have gotten around that.
Yeah, that is a sticky corner in there.
Deann first to play from 175 feet out. Perfectly shaped.
Mm-hmm. Laced that line.
Now Alexis, difficult angle here. Trying to get the corner. Does so with
well
success.
Shaped. Yeah, well shaped. It's a good opportunity.
About 40 feet away for her birdie. Now Valerie's in jail.
We can't even see Valerie.
Hit an immediate tree and fell almost straight back down. So much the same look for her third. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh wow, what a recovery shot there to put yourself.
What, similar to where Alexis was?
Yeah, but from where she was, that was just remarkable. And now Henna leaning out.
Okay, yeah. I was hoping she was able to have a sidearm shot like that.
Inside the bullseye.
Very nice.
So Alexis first to play from 40 feet.
Made contact off. At least.
Now Valerie from a similar distance. Wow.
Nice. No pictures on the scorecard.
Really impressive putt there.
Yep, and I think it's more and more, like I said before, more and more in what it's about. Making sure you eliminate those bogeys as much as possible.
Henna in for the birdie to start her back nine. Trying to keep that putter hot today.
And Deann able to get the birdie from that errant drive. Very nice.
Wow, what a birdie.
It looks like Mason back there.
Yep, rootin' Valerie on. Hole number 11, 471 feet, this par 4. Out and then sharply to the left.
That one tree is in the way more than you think it is.
Sure is. Basket tucked even further left. With OB all the way down the fairway on the right-hand side. And today's wind, if there is any, very light today, but if there is any pushing from left to right, so players conscious of that. Deann first to play.
Nice. Keeping it tight, moving as far left and as far forward as possible.
That one forked tree there, only about 200 feet from the tee. Henna playing second.
Pushing length, but getting very nice position, it looks like.
You can see the grass here at Token Creek, sort of a mixture of grass and clover. You can see why skips are a little bit hard to come by from time to time. As Valerie gets over on that just a little bit, but chose a stable enough disc to come back for her and be at least out in the open with a look at the basket. And here's Alexis playing quickly. Field goal.
Meeting that strong tree down there.
Field goal right through the fork.
It looks like she got pushed far enough away from it, though, to not have it in her way.
So Alexis was still about 270 feet to the basket. No,
not a problem.
Not a problem for Alexis Mandujano. Sister Valerie. I know that I'm supposed to be impartial side, but I root for Valerie and Alexis to be on the same card, and I admit that.
It's always funny to travel, maybe not so far away from home from them, but to be traveling to a new place for a tournament and then get carded together, as I'm sure they usually do at any kind of local rounds.
I love it. Deann safely well inside the circle, nearly a bullseye hit, and Henna with the least amount of work to do.
Routine layup, hopefully. Oh, giving it a little bit of air.
Yeah, it gets a little skip there. Looking at probably 25 feet or so. Valerie sort of a half go, and now Henna. Oh, off the rim and the roll.
Gonna have to try that one again, it looks like.
Yeah, almost the exact same putt, just heading in the other direction.
It's a good test.
Wow, 2 in a row. The leading edge of the disc clearing the basket, but the trailing edge of the disc catching the edge of the basket.
Nice birdie for Deann.
Deann will pick up a 2-stroke swing on Henna. And here's Henna to clean up that bogey. Disappointing after that monster of a drive. Alexis with the drop-in bird. And yet another look at a Deann Carey putt. Lots of putts today for Deann have been right in that sort of 20, 25 to 35 foot range, and she has been on point from that distance. As we go to the 12th, 264 feet. A par 3 shaped like the letter C if you are at the bottom of the letter C and trying to play all the way around to the top of the letter C. Just a long, sweeping right-hand curve.
I really love the tee shot on this one, whether it's a forehand or a backhand with something understable. I really love the flight on this hole.
Lots of ceiling to work with. And Deann showing.
Hopefully that holds on. Oh,
late tree, and
that's definitely what can happen.
Yeah, and it is out there to the left. No out of bounds, but nevertheless in the rough. Alexis choosing the forehand option.
Okay, yeah.
More or less pin high, but well out to her left, our right now, looking back from the basket. Valerie playing quickly.
That's the shot. I like that a lot. A
Got
little bit of tree
a late
action.
tree kick, but no problem there. Well inside the circle. I expect to see Henna put a lot of air under this. Yep. That's her style.
Really pushing
high
that
and
angle.
look at this. Just, oh no.
Making
Stop.
the cameraman turn his head.
Hit a
Oh,
house.
no. Okay, that'll be interesting to see how she gets out of that one. Oh, we've got Deann here in the thick of it.
Yeah, that was a really unfortunate kick.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even see the basket for the trees. I think just getting out and having a putt to save par will be an A-plus effort from here.
Looks like she got some air underneath it. Excellent.
As I said, A-plus, and I meant it. 20 feet or so to save par.
Wow.
Boy, that had a chance if it didn't catch that little branch.
Yeah, quite the Spikeiser there. That was a great putt.
Here's Henna. She's only about 40 feet from the basket, but...
Wow. But buried in there. Let's see what happens.
And she's playing away from us in terms of our vantage point. Gets a little bit of a curl, but we'll have...
It's out there.
Yeah, 40 feet or so to save par.
All over that basket.
Rats. So that'll be 2 bogeys in a row for Henna.
Very nice.
Meanwhile, Valerie in from 25 feet for a birdie. This will be a big par save for Deann, given where she was off of that drive.
Yeah, most definitely. She's taking her time. Her putt's been on. Nice to see. Very nice.
That's the kind of situation that Deann might be looking back on Sunday as a moment where, you know, kept things together, took the bad luck in stride, saved the par.
Yeah, because those par saves can mean just as much as those birdie opportunities sometimes.
See the spin putt from Valerie, sort of into the belt buckle, figuratively speaking, of course, and then straight out. Easy to tell if you get the disc on line with that style of a putt. Moving to hole number 13, 490 feet, a par 4. This hole bending slightly to the left, a little reminiscent of hole number 11, except that then the basket back over to the right, sort of tucked in this little, I think I called it a cul-de-sac yesterday.
Yeah, I think the second shot or your shot approaching the basket is going to be the most challenging, I think, on this hole. Not that this tee shot isn't challenging, but that angle definitely comes into play on that second shot, depending on where you're placed.
All right, everything shaped nicely around the corner. The more you can push the left edge of this fairway, the more open your second shot to the
absolutely.
basket. Deann out to the right a little bit.
Out in the open.
But center cut. Here's Alexis.
Another center cut shot.
Yep, safe. We'll have a little more distance to contend with on that second shot.
I think she's got a good sidearm too, which may play well to the angles on that second shot.
Henna just a smash, letting
Stretching
the disc
it
do
out.
the work.
Getting a small skip in that grass, which is nice. Beautiful.
So Alexis, with more than 200 feet to go, you were right, plays the sidearm and does so just about to perfection.
Yep, makes it in the circle. That's a good shot.
Deann now 187 feet out.
Let's get a little skip there.
Oh, got one.
Excellent.
Valerie, about 1 to 2 strides closer. Goes with the floating backhand. A little short.
Nice. Short in the circle. See if she can convert
And now
that.
Henna. Only about 100 feet to go for Henna.
Routine approach shot with a putter.
Wow.
That's a well-played hole.
Yeah. Did a lot of work on that drive. Here's Valerie now from Circle's Edge. Oh, that birdie attempt just inches short.
Yeah, that honestly looked like it had almost everything except for that little bit of height at the end.
Alexis in with confidence, picking up a stroke on Valerie.
And Henna
needs to see this go in.
Nice bounce back.
All right, so Henna even par so far through the back nine.
And hopefully we can translate into some momentum for a strong finish.
Sure. Deann looking for her third birdie in 4 holes.
Boom. Very nice. Setting up the back nine well.
And Valerie dropping in the par. Things really tight here. New leader on the card. Deann, Carey, Alexis, and Valerie sitting 1 stroke behind Deann, and Henna still lurking. Really exciting third card here as we are about halfway through our back nine in round 2 at Token Creek.
The MVP Black Hole Pro is the best portable basket on the market.
It's easy to transport. You can set it up in under 60 seconds, no problem.
It's perfect for any sort of practice putting. I would recommend it for anyone who needs a portable basket.
Back here at hole number 14, a 275-foot par 3. This hole's interesting, just because of the way everything's pretty straightforward. You're playing toward the basket. You don't really have a defined fairway. What you do have are 4 or 5 trees right here around the basket, and it's almost as if you would take a tree kick off of any of them as long as it's only those 4 or 5, because you're likely to still end up inside the circle.
Yeah, and that's an interesting theme on this course. Holes that are seemingly straightforward, but there's that little bit of challenge.
That one element, and there you
Mm-hmm.
go. That one tree, but well inside the circle.
Yep, opportunity to convert there. I like the forehand on this one. You can really penetrate the depth.
And again, catches one of those 4 or 5 trees, but happy with that. Right inside the circle. Here's Henna. Expect to see Henna go high. Yep. As per usual.
Hitting that nice long gap as well. Oh, getting a little bit squirrely, but that was beautiful.
And finally, Valerie.
Oh, I love that. If that keeps moving, oh.
Clean. Almost bounces it off the pole. Everybody well inside the circle. An opportunity for our second star frame of the round.
Nice. Way to catch.
Yep, catches that last chain on the right. Deann is in.
Very nice.
And as we mentioned early on in the opening 9 of this second round, this third card putting pressure on those ahead of them.
Absolutely.
Really trying to play their way up. And I think succeeding.
Yeah,
Henna.
we are certainly not short of competition this year.
Henna with back-to-back birdies, offsetting those back-to-back bogeys. And yet another look at a Deann Carey putt from that range, that 20, 25 to 35 foot range.
Catching 3 chains on that right side.
Hole number 15. I believe the longest hole remaining here at Token Creek for the round, 534 feet, par 4. Sort of a narrow gap off of the tee, and then this, what I call the corner tree right here, 275 feet. You clear this tree right here, and then things begin to open back up for you up and toward the basket. Again, not a very windy day, so wind shouldn't be too much of a factor from here on out, as Deann has the box.
This is looking nice so far. Past that tree.
Smooth, yeah. Got about 300 feet on that drive. We'll have a routine up and down. Here's Alexis. Oh, little yank. Fortunate kick.
Yep. There'll be a little bit of work to do, but we'll see what happens.
Henna now. Oh boy, that was inches.
I was holding my breath on that one.
That was inches from making the cameraman in the distance dance out of the way. That would have been a crush. And now Valerie.
A little bit low.
Low and safe.
But on the right side of the fairway, so there should be an angle for her there, hopefully.
Now Alexis is still 120 feet short of the corner tree.
Pushing it out, getting it flat.
Okay. So Alexis will be looking to save this par. Valerie, as you mentioned, didn't get a lot of distance off the tee, but far enough to the right to have an open look. Common area for our players over there sort of near the tree line. Here's Deann looking at just 235 feet to the basket.
Nice, good disc selection.
Not a lot of ground play, but does manage to trundle up just inside the circle. And here is Henna.
Trundle. I'm going to need a definition on that one.
What a beautiful shape from Henna there.
Excellent.
Getting around that awkward corner and putting herself also near circle's edge.
Very
As Valerie
nice.
plays quickly, saving the par, no problem. Excuse me, that was Alexis. This Valerie now. Playing from about 42 feet. This for birdie.
Right on target.
I
Scared
like
the
the bid.
cameraman a little bit.
I like the bid. Confident bid.
Yep, a miss high in dense center is hardly considered a miss, in my opinion.
Henna, a half stride outside circle's edge. Oh, just not quite enough loft under that putt.
Man, if we all don't know those days where you're touching just about every part of the basket.
Yeah. And now Deann from about 28 feet. Maybe the first miss in that range.
Yeah, you could
from
be right.
Deann
You could be
today.
right, yeah.
We'll give her one. Valerie, again, confidently in with the comeback to save par.
You have to be anymore.
Everybody else cleaning things up here on what is the final par 4 of the round.
Looks like we got a nice barbecue.
A barbecue. Okay, so I'm saying things like trundle, and you're saying things like barbecue. It's a great look at Henna and her form, usually having the distance advantage on her card mates. Might come into play here at the long par 3, 376 feet.
Yeah, I think distance really helps you on this one because it pushes on basically a hyzer, I think, the whole time to really wrap the corner.
Now, players sort of have two choices. You can go for the inside route that requires less distance but requires some luck getting through these 3 or 4 guardian trees, or you can push things really wide, demanding closer to 400 feet distance, but getting around and through the open space. I think a circles twos look of any kind is an A-plus effort off the tee here at the 16th.
Yeah, because as you said, about 400 feet of net distance to really push that corner in the safest fashion. Deann taking the inside route here.
And right to about the edge of circle 2. So, Deann, A-plus for you. Here's Alexis.
A little bit wider, but still looking like it's on that inside line. Looks like that'll be tricky.
Yeah, going to be blocked off by that guardian. That's more of a cluster of trees there. Here's
Looks like
Henna.
she may have a good approach.
Henna more than enough power, choosing to kind of go over the top, take on the risk of the trees.
Amazing.
Wow. That's the first shot I've seen with my own eyes inside the circle here at the 16th.
Yeah, I mean, nothing technically crazy with a hyzer like that. We've got Valerie shaping up a similar line. But I still think that is such a challenging throw to execute, to manage the power.
No slouch there. Valerie to 40 feet. Excellent. A++. Here's Valerie.
I was curious what kind of approach shot she had, but that wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, maybe not a great opportunity to run the basket, but certainly able to get that stress-free par.
And with the challenge of this hole, I don't think a par is much to scoff at.
No, not at all.
Ooh. Gave it all the height, and it looks like it landed just perfectly.
Good run from Deann. Now Valerie, 40 feet. Chance to pick up a stroke on most of the field here.
Great perspective to see the focus. Oh, yeah.
Little hop and in. You see the applause from the gallery behind. Everybody knows the birdie here at 16, very challenging to come by. And now Henna from just 28 feet.
This will be a really good one. Beautiful. 3 birdies in a row to really combat that little rough stretch in the middle there.
Yeah, fantastic. Don't ride off Henna Blomroos. Alexis and Deann cleaning up those pars. And the question is, who will get the slow-mo here? Valerie from 40 feet.
Nice little jumper. That putter looks great in the air.
Oh boy, it does. Perfect weight on the distance. Barely really needed the chains. Disc might have fallen into the basket without chains. And we move on to the very gettable par 3 17th at just 240 feet and a relatively simple right to left shape.
Dare I say routine hyzer.
Yeah, just you've got some options in terms of the angle you want, maybe what disc you want to throw. You can throw a putter, you can throw a mid-range. I'm sure a few even might throw a fairway driver if that's what's most comfortable in the hand. But all in all,
looks like we have Henna with a putter, it appears.
Henna taking the inside and looked like she was doing it on purpose. Pays the price, though, catches a tree.
Yeah, maybe hoping for that to pop up a little bit more than it did.
Valerie also
taking the inside line. That's so interesting.
Yeah, and looks on purpose to me.
Yeah.
Like both of those were by design. Catches that sort of funny hanging branch there. Maybe out of sight from the tee box. Deann round the outside.
Taking it a little long and flat.
All right, nobody inside the circle yet on this very gettable 17th. So,
No.
Alexis, it's down to you.
That is the line I feel that is a little bit more traditional on this hole.
Goes a
the
little
depth,
bit
though.
long. Wow.
That was the mistake that I have made both rounds, actually.
Going a little long.
Yep, it plays very flat.
So, Henna still with
Oof.
60 to 70 feet of work.
Good distance.
Now, Valerie just a couple of strides at the most closer.
This would be cool, I'm just saying. Ooh, almost cool.
All right, she'll have another one of those par saves coming her way.
Very interesting to see on this hole. Not what I would have anticipated.
Me as well. I thought we'd have at least, say, 2 of 4 birdieing this hole as Deann steps up. Confident bid, up and over the top.
Mm-hmm. Even with that tree, looks like slightly in the line.
And now Alexis from long.
Confident bid.
Yep, but we're 0 for 4 when it comes to birdieing this 17th.
Good comebacker.
Yeah, everybody really probably feeling a little bit of pressure here to save the par on the 17th. You would be losing strokes on the field here. Oh!
It stayed in. That's all that matters.
Alexis, I like that. Mark it and throw it. When you're that close, don't think. Just mark it and do what you've done thousands and thousands of times.
Ooh,
That almost
was-
bounced backwards
yeah, that was
out.
feisty.
You're right. These baskets here at Token Creek, a little touchy. Just a little touchy.
I had the pleasure of playing around with Jessica Weiss, and almost every putt she would walk up to the basket and adjust the chains and make sure everything was proper and in its rightful place.
Good look there at Deann saving her par and moving on to the final hole of round number 2. The final hole here at Token Creek for the championship before we move over to Elver Park.
That is right.
This is a par 3, 347 feet. On day number 1, this hole was a challenge because of the wind speed and direction. Here on day number 2, I think hole 18 is a little bit more gettable.
I agree completely. Still, just a very challenging final hole, though, with the right side of the fairway playing OB and just seemingly dead straight shot, basically.
OB all the way down the right. And Henna taking on the challenge.
Gorgeous. That's how you want to finish the round right there.
Very well played. Here's Valerie Mandujano flexing into.
Leaning into it.
Pops
That'll
back
be a
out.
look. That'll be a look.
50 feet or so short. Deann Carey. As the shadows begin to lengthen again.
That was a great
confident
perspective. You could see she released it on a nice hyzer angle and then relied on the disc to pop up at the end.
I like this. 3 very confident shots. Alexis looking for a little bit of turn. Not going to get it. Not
That, I
quite.
think, is a very common place to land right there.
Yep. Just a little bit outside. So Alexis now with something like 120, 130 feet. Safely up and near the edge of the bullseye. No problem. Here's Valerie from around 50 feet short.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That would have given the crowd something.
Third or fourth basket hit in a row for Valerie. A couple of them stayed in. A couple of them hopped out. Here's Deann Carey.
Very nice finish. Excellent.
No surprise to see Deann put in yet another putt from that 30-ish foot range. And now Henna.
Very nice finish as well.
All right.
Nice drive, nice putt. And nice to see a strong finish after those two bogeys
Those
in a
two
row.
bogeys were a little bit brutal there right in the middle.
And sometimes it can be mentally challenging to keep pushing through that, especially when that can happen so late in the round. That was really nice to see. Everyone else finishing really clean on that back nine.
I was hoping for
Yet
this.
another slow-mo with
A
Deann.
final look at one of Deann's putts for the day. I was hoping we'd get one of those.
Oh yeah.
Very well done.
Great angle, hits clean. What a great round to watch.
So Deann playing herself up a card to the chase card tomorrow, as did Valerie Mandujano. And who's that? Sitting there in a tie for fifth.
Oh, looks like yours truly.
Looks like Ananda there with what had for a few moments was the hot round of the tournament at 10 under par until Maria Oliva birdied the last two to come in.
Props to Maria.
So tomorrow
Strong finish.
for third round coverage, we'll have Cynthia Ricciardi. Henna will be back on the card, as well as Alexis and Paige Pierce joining the third card for third round coverage here at the 2022 PDGA United States Women's Disc Golf Championships from Madison, Wisconsin. Make sure you subscribe and follow the PDGA here on YouTube and everywhere else for continuing coverage.